Rick, I know how teams on this campus pull for each other. What were your thoughts on Tennessee's win over Clemson?
You know, it was just so exciting for not only, Vol Nation, but just so happy for Josh and his staff and just the entire university because the kind of year we had just an unbelievable year, and to see it all come together with a great bowl win like that and the way we did it was really special.
Freddie Dilione's apparently coming here this month. What's the plan for him? What goes into that decision?
You know what, Freddie decided he wanted to, get here as early as he could, and he'll come in, and you know what, we'll get him here, and we'll get him. I don't know how long he'll take him to really get into practice with us, but we'll get him in school, get him going that way. Then obviously Garrett will start his deal with helping him with his body, nutrition, all that come together. But he'll be in practice, and how much he does. He'll probably start out really helping our scout team, and as he continues to learn our system here, and it's going to be great for us. It's going to be great for him, and we're excited about it.
It's a redshirt situation.
He's not going to play. He won't play this year, so he's coming in to get himself ready for next year.
How big of a head start is that for a kid?
I think it's huge. I do. I think if you look, it's been going in football forever, and the fact that he and his family decided they wanted to do it, I think it's going to really help him a lot. It gives him a big head start on things.
How did that conversation start? Was that him coming to you and saying something you want to do, and how receptive were you guys to it?
Actually, we had talked about, he had a chance that he could possibly come this year if he wanted to, but he decided, the family decided early they wanted to go to school and go from there, and I think he's had a good experience. But he just, in his mind, where he is right now, he and his family just feel like it's better they get here and get going. And so, again, we're excited about it. We're fortunate that we have a scholarship, and so that worked out well that way, and so we're excited about him getting here.
Rick, what's the key to you being more efficient offensively?
Consistency, knowing night in and night out what we're going to get from players. That's the key to efficiency, whether it's offense or defense, is consistency.
What needs to happen for the guys as a group to find that consistency?
Well, the thing is, every game is a different kind of game. It's not like everybody is playing the same way. So when you get ready for one team, a couple of days later, you got to adjust and start getting ready for another team that might, like Mississippi State. Mississippi, they basically a man-to-man team and would often go to their 1-3-1 back to a 2-3. It morph into a 2-3. They did that a couple times, but now you're playing a team that multiple team defense here. They'll different presses, going to switch. So that's players being able to pick that up from game to game. That's where the lack of consistency comes. Them probably being young players and learning the game, thinking that every game's going to be the same. It's not. And the guys that can pick that up quicker are the guys that normally are the most consistent guys and the guys that play the most.
What's Mississippi State doing well thus far, and how big of a problem is a guy like Tolu Smith?
Well, they know how they want to play, extremely well coached, and again, change defenses, play really, really hard, switching, really trying to make you think, and the fact of the matter is they do a terrific job knowing exactly what they want on the offensive end, and defensively they do the things that good defensive teams do. They pressure, they will mix their defenses, and they rebound the basketball.
What do you need to see more out of Key offensively? I mean, he took 2 shots at Ole Miss. What would you like to see him in this offense do a better job of more of right now?
Take open shots. When he's open, he needs to shoot the ball. He does. He really does need to take his shots when they're there, and when he's off the ball, we expect him to be aggressive and play, but he's just got to do what we think he does well. We think he can shoot it, and when he's open, he's got to shoot it and keep shooting it. If he's taking good shots, he can't take enough of them.
Do you feel like he's turning down a lot of shots, and that he doesn't think?
Yeah,
open, or
yeah.
Do you think that there's not been that many open shots?
No, I think he's got opportunities that he can shoot the ball, and he needs to do it. And I think he's obviously learning to play a new position too, but he's not always on the point. He's off of it some. We just need him to work to get open. He's going to have to really. We keep talking to him about screening better, getting himself open that way, really getting to know the offense the way he needs to know it, and being able to pick it up. He's going to have to pick it up quicker, and if he does that, he'll find his shots.
Freddie's
I was going to say, and the shots will find him.
Why do you think he's been reluctant to take those open shots?
I can't answer that. Some of it is the fact that he's learning a new system, and the fact that I don't know if he's ever played in a system where they're playing inside out. We've gone early in the year. You guys know we were shooting way too many threes, and that was a combination of the post guys not doing their part. Then we are working to get there. Now the guards are learning how and looking to put the ball inside, but with that sometimes they get hesitant on their shots, and it's just a matter of putting it all together, getting consistent, and figuring out how we got to do both of them.
What does it say about Jamal Mashak that he can impact a game without attempting a shot?
Well, we say that all the time to guys. You've got to be able to impact the game whether you score a basket or not. We've had a bunch of guys here that can do it. Santi does it every night, but obviously he shoots the ball too. But we want guys that will come in and impact the game, and Jamal's done a great job with it. He'll continue to work and get better in other facets of the game, but he is a guy that if he plays his role, he's going to have a big impact.
Jamal talked about wanting to guard the other team's best offensive player. When did you see him grow comfortable in that role and kind of adopt that mindset?
Well, we watched him last year. That's the one thing he did. And you go back to a year ago, he had chances to work his way into the lineup, and every time he got himself out there, he got himself in trouble offensively and was trying to do way too much. And he's still learning, I think, how to play within a system and on the offensive end. And he worked, I've said, really maybe arguably harder than anybody in the all season. He really worked at his shot, and he can shoot the ball. But still now bringing it out here and learning how to play with other guys and learning how to take care of the ball. But he's always had a really highly competitive spirit, always. From the time he got here, he's been a guy that in practice that's willing to compete.
Who makes the most fix-it plays for you all?
Well, that's a good question. You got Santi does a lot of that. O last game started doing some of that. Josiah certainly when he's out there is a fix-it guy, and I would say Zakai. Those guys are making some things happen, and but overall, I'd say the biggest fix-it guy would be Santi.
What was your reaction to Jonas Adu's 13 rebounds?
Well, he's capable, and it goes back to what we started with today about consistency. We need to know, what he's going to, and again, it'll always go back to his practice habits. I believe this game gives you what you put into it, and what I've learned over many years in this business is, when guys have a good game, they think it's just going to happen. It won't just happen, and so what we want to see him do is put it back to back to back and keep building on it.
Jamal, seemed like Josiah did more in warm-ups the other day at Ole Miss than he had been. Any change with him?
Yeah, he's doing better. He's starting to work his way back in, and we'll see what that leads to. But he's working his way back in.
What makes Santi so effective at making those fix-it plays?
I think it's his IQ and understanding of the game. He sees the game. I mean, he's like you've heard that old saying. He's like a Kodak camera. He sees it all, and it slows down. The game is really slowed down for him, where he understands. One, he understands what we're trying to get done on both offensively and defensively sides of the ball, where he, by the time we get done with our prep for teams, he could pretty much bring anybody here and tell them what every guy's got to do, what they're trying to do, and so his IQ is what makes it for him.
Coach, thank you.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, what's a
Camera
Kodak
expression
camera?
from?